Today, we're diving into how artificial intelligence is completely shaking up one of the world's oldest professions, sales, and turning it into a high-tech powerhouse. We're going to see how AI is becoming the ultimate co-pilot for sales teams, helping them work smarter, not just harder. So let's kick things off with just one number, 30%. According to a ton of research, that's the average amount of time a salesperson actually spends selling. So where's the other 70% going? Well, it's getting eaten up by admin tasks, research, and data entry. That's a huge efficiency problem right there. And this problem? It's hitting at the absolute worst possible time. Sales teams today are facing a perfect storm. You've got intense pressure to hit bigger and bigger targets, you've got staggering inefficiency, and the competition is just fierce. It's really no wonder so many teams are struggling. And the data? Well, it paints a pretty stark picture. Take a look at this. Less than half of B2B sales reps, just 47%, are actually hitting their quota. Win rates? They've dropped to a pretty dismal 17 to 20%. And, to top it all off, a staggering 40% of the content that's created to help them sell just sits there, completely unused. Clearly, something's got to change. This is exactly where the AI Copilot comes in. See, the answer isn't just to throw more tools at your team. It's about giving them an intelligent partner that works right alongside them, transforming sales support from, a dusty old library of resources into a dynamic, real-time guide. Now, to really get this shift, we need to be on the same page about a key term, sales enablement. At its core, it's pretty simple. It's the whole strategic process of arming your sales team with everything they need, the right knowledge, the right content, the right training, so they can go out and close deals with confidence. And this is where you can really see the revolution that AI brings to the table. The traditional way is totally reactive. Reps are hunting through static folders and files, they're bogged down with manual data entry. But the AI-powered approach, it's all proactive. It delivers guidance right when you need it, it automates workflows, offers continuous coaching, and even gives you predictive insights. So, what does this AI Copilot actually do? Let's break it down and see how it helps sales reps at every single stage of a deal, from that very first contact all the way to the final signature. It all starts with prospecting. Finding the right people to talk to. This has always been one of the most time-consuming, soul-crushing parts of the job. But it's a process that AI has made dramatically smarter and way more efficient. So instead of reps spending hours and hours on manual research, AI tools do all the heavy lifting. Predictive analytics can pinpoint the leads who are most likely to actually buy. Data enrichment tools automatically build out these detailed customer profiles. And get this, intelligent chatbots can even engage and qualify visitors on your website before a human ever has to get involved. And the impact here is just undeniable. According to research from HubSpot, a massive 85% of salespeople who use these tools say AI makes this critical first step better and more effective. It is a total game changer for building a healthy pipeline. Okay, so you found a promising prospect. The next big challenge is to engage them in a meaningful way. AI helps reps personalize their outreach at a scale that was just impossible before, making every single interaction count. So in the real world, this looks like the AI Copilot analyzing a prospect's data to recommend the perfect piece of content or the exact right talking points. It can draft personalized emails to get the conversation started. It can even use conversation intelligence to listen in on sales calls and identify what your top performers are doing right so you can replicate those winning patterns across the whole team. All right, now for the final hurdle, closing the deal. This is often the toughest part of sales, and it's where that combo of human skill and AI insights really comes together to get opportunities across the finish line. In this final stage, AI really does act like a true co-pilot. It gives managers data-backed forecasts to predict which deals are actually going to close. It can offer real-time coaching prompts during a live call to help reps handle those tough objections. And it automates all that tedious admin work, like summarizing meetings and updating the CRM, which frees the rep up to focus 100% on the customer. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but here's the million-dollar question. Does all this cool tech actually translate into real-world, measurable results? Well, the data says, overwhelmingly, yes. Get this. Teams that fully integrate these AI tools report a stunning 69% increase in active selling time. That's time taken back from admin work and given back to customers. And as a direct result of that, these same teams see, on average, a 20% higher quota attainment. That means more reps are hitting their numbers, and the whole organization feels that impact on the bottom line. Now, this one is huge, especially for growing companies. New hires become fully productive 30% faster. Shortening that ramp-up time so dramatically is a massive, massive competitive advantage. And you can really see that shift right here. On the left, you've got the traditional model, where only 30% of a rep's time is spent selling. But on the right, with AI in the mix, that number jumps to over 50%. This fundamentally rebalances the role of a salesperson, letting them focus on what they do best. But before we get too carried away, it is absolutely critical to remember that AI is not a magic wand. It's an incredibly powerful tool, but it comes with its own set of challenges and some really important things to consider. Which brings up a crucial question for any team thinking about this. Are there downsides? Is AI really a silver bullet for sales? And the short answer is no. There are definitely pitfalls. If you rely too much on automation, your outreach can feel robotic, and you can actually damage customer relationships. The AI is only as good as the data you train it on, which means bad data leads to bad recommendations. And of course, anytime you're handling customer information, you have to navigate privacy and compliance. That is totally non-negotiable. And this really brings us to the heart of the matter. The goal here isn't to replace human expertise or creativity or empathy. It's about augmenting those uniquely human skills with the power of machine intelligence. Which leaves us with one final thought. Look, the question is no longer if your competition will use AI in their sales process. They will. The real question is how you will use it to supercharge the skills a machine can never ever replicate: empathy, creativity, and the human trust that ultimately closes the deal.